Hey everyone, welcome back to Apollo Art Analysis. In today's episode, we're going to be studying a piece by the project known as Protobacillus, and in this episode, we're going to be looking at this incredible crystalline charm. We're also going to explore influences of the glitch art aesthetic, so let's jump right into it. And so at first sight, we're struck with these multiple crystalline prisms here. Your first impression is likely one of shock or awe, as the work truly holds a life of its own. And so the original work is a motion media piece, so I have some individual screenshots to give us some insights on the work at hand here. One of the first things I noticed when I saw this work is the impact of texture. We see this quite clearly, right? You have this crystalline charm to the composition at hand, and of course the illusion of texture may even remind some of the glitch art aesthetic. We see a glitch-like effect, of course deliberate distortions creating such a dazzling and stunning display, no doubt. And colors within this composition really consist of a diverse range of tones, right? The impact of this gives an incredible amount of energy and even a psychedelic sense to the work at hand as it just shifts and morphs as time passes. It's just absolutely stunning here. There is no doubt that light is a definitive element of this display. Of course, the darker backing allows that light to speak to the densest degree possible. It's just absolutely stunning. And of course, it invigorates the work at hand with incredible visual energy. There is no doubt about that. And so with this in mind, how do you all feel when you view this piece? How does this crystalline charm really affect you? And, even what do you think we're looking at here? It's a very interesting question. I was surely asking myself that. In many ways, it feels like we're looking at a psychedelic simulation of some kind or another. Of course, we see this shimmer, we see this, color shift effect that is just stunning. It's ethereal, it's dreamy, so many different things you could touch on there. It's just stunning in every sense of the word. It almost appears as if it's being constructed before our eyes. Like I said, the original work is a motion media piece. It has much better example of that, but you can see, of course, the tiles they construct and then they fade away into the ether there. They are birthed from the void and then they die to return to the void as well. And so with this in mind, we see this sense of the generation. It feels even like a dream. If you've ever been in a lucid dream, for example, paying very close attention, you'll notice that the dreamscape constructs these things as you move your vision along. So say the room behind me isn't actually generated until I turn my head. So I think that's pretty interesting there. I think that's incredibly important as well. The digital defines our ways in so many different ways. And with that in mind, welcome to the digital generation. What are we viewing here? Are we viewing, the birth of a complex metaverse? Are we viewing the portal to another dimension? Are we viewing, say, the dreamscape itself? Those are all interesting questions. I really implore y'all, what do y'all see when you view this piece, or what do you think we're looking at? So the origins of this work comes from a project known as Protobacillus, and I have some insights about them, but before we get into that, I just want to make a quick note that they are concert visuals, or at least that's their origins, right? And, one of the most profound things is that we see art all around us, whether we realize it or not. If you go to a concert and you see some visuals, you may not at first hand, think about who created that, but it's incredibly important to consider that all of the beautiful things that exist around us, all of the art, we overlook that in so many different ways. It was created by someone, so we always got to give them credit. We're going to jump to some insights on Protobacillus so you can learn real quick. Alright, so I got a screenshot talking about their origins, and I have a quick description just talking about them in general. So first, I wanted to talk about the origins of Protobacillus. So I'm going to read this quote real quick and just give some quick insights. So while working in the advertisement industry in the early 2010s, both Leon and Gustavo became fed up with the overly standardized and uncreative, constrictive nature of designs and marketing. As such, they started to look for ways to break away from the stiffness that plagues the market currently. They started exploring Photoshop for new forms of visual and artistic freedom, creating highly distorted images, which eventually evolved into unique, intricate, abstract images. In July of 2015, we applied the same mindset into the production of animation. So that's the origins of Protobacillus, seeing the status quo and wanting to shift that, wanting to change that, and give some more life to the art that was being created in marketing. I absolutely love that. So let's look at their overall bio here. So Protobacillus was founded by Gustavo Spreadman and Leon Simonetti. We take inspiration in things around us, nature, perception, and digital media itself, and the results of this collaboration range from organic to psychedelic. Our works has had multiple collaborations with musicians, artists, the media and creative content creators to try to bring out the full potential of each other's works. I think that's absolutely amazing. And we talked a little bit about that psychedelic sense. I'm glad we hit on that there. But these originated as concert visuals. So, this sense of kind of networking, this sense of collaboration. There's so many different creatives that go into creating concerts. I think that's incredibly important, right? You have the visuals, you have music, you have the production, everything that goes in there. It's incredibly important. So, of of course, it's just kind of inevitable that they would create something like this that needs to bring everyone together into a tight-knit project. So it's absolutely stunning. Protobacillus, I'm really glad I found these guys. Whenever I first saw this work, I thought, oh, it's a cool, 3D artist animation doing whatever, but looking a lot deeper, this is much bigger than just some simple artists. This is a network, or even say a collective of artists all collectively working together. So always love those insights, and I always love talking about a group such as Protobacillus. So yeah, I really hope y'all enjoyed today. Like I said, this is a stunning and psychedelic piece. There is no doubt about that. We talked about so many different things, the generative act of creation, such as dreams, the metaverse, the glitch art aesthetics, so many different things we hit on today. I truly hope y'all enjoyed today. If y'all enjoyed today's episode, make sure to check out Protobacillus, an amazing project. If y'all want to get some of their visuals, they do offer, some things to purchase so you can support them directly in all the good work that they're doing. So, like I said, I truly hope y'all enjoyed today. My name is Apollo, this was Apollo Art Analysis, and I'll see y'all on the next episode. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to support our work directly, please check out our Apollo community tokens. Apollo Art Exchange is an ecosystem of art appreciation which elevates artists each and every day. Thanks for listening.